And first of all, I'd like to recognize Steve Miller, who's getting ready to retire. And
October 10th. October 10th.
I sent him an email the other day. I said, we will never replace Steve.
Nah.
We will fill
No.
his seat, but we'll never replace him.
I appreciate that. So, yeah, I'm looking for my last work day to be sometime around mid-August.
What time?
Mid-August, but my official day is going to be October 10th.
October 10th.
So you'll be going on a long camping trip
I will.
in
There,
late
is your mic-
August.
Is your mic up?
It's not there. You get the
Push the button.
It should be on.
Now talk.
Now it is. Up is on.
Up.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Okay. I don't want to shout too loud. Okay, looks like we have very few folks out there in front of us tonight. But it's good to see everybody, and it's good to see this big shield away from ourselves. So we're slowly coming along. Okay, first on the agenda is the approval of our February 15th minutes. Anybody want to take a chance at that?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from February 15th.
Okay, Chris, anybody got a second?
I'll second the motion.
Okay. Everybody in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, that's passed. Okay, zoning administrative report. And,
I just have a couple of items for you. At the bottom of your pile, you'll see the Maryland Planning Commission letter, because
okay,
we are all members of the Maryland Planning Commission. So they do have trainings throughout the year that if anybody's interested in any of them, just let me know and we can try to get you to them.
Yeah, they send me emails on those.
Okay.
On a
Just want
regular
to make
basis.
sure everybody got that.
Yeah.
I also have information on the MML conference. This year it is in June. I think it's June 12th or something like that. It's usually the end, it's earlier in June. And I can forward everybody the email for that if anybody's interested. I didn't see.
Is that the one down in Ocean City?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's usually the last week of June.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was changed this, it's
Okay.
the week during the council meeting, correct, Steve?
Yes,
Yep.
that's correct.
But when I looked online, I still have not seen exactly what the class workshops are. It just says when they're scheduled, but it hasn't given us exactly what they are. We have a work session on Monday, the 21st, on Equine
Okay.
Meadows at 7 here. And what else? And then as far as any of the projects going on, well, you know, Equine Meadows is stuck, so we'll be discussing with them. Premier Dental is moving ahead with, they're gonna expand on the back of their building. And the Carroll lots up off of Hilltop, they did put in their water main extension
Oh.
last week
Yeah,
before,
I'm pretty sure that's 100% complete.
it's complete.
so we're just getting a PWA signed and, the easements signed. I'm waiting on Ryan. And everything else has pretty much been quiet. We haven't had much on any of that. So I don't have a big report for you, but that's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Michelle. Steve, you got a big report for the town?
No, just some interesting piece of information. So at the April 12th Town Council meeting, our engineering firm will be presenting to the mayor and council the final report of our preliminary engineering report in regards to our upgrade at our wastewater treatment plant. And this upgrade includes basically just upgrading the plant and not installing ENR. But chances are we would install ENR because we would receive funding from MDE. Unfortunately, when you put everything together, I did announce to the mayor and Councilman Cuneo, we'll hear this for the first time after a meeting we had today, it was estimated that our cost share would be around $5 million. Unfortunately, after they've brought in some of the numbers, and with the cost increase of all the material, now we're up to about 6.1.
Wow.
So this is a presentation that is going before the mayor and the council. Then they have to make a decision on what direction we're going to go and go from there. Possibly, if things go as planned, which I doubt they will, but completion will probably be sometime in mid-2025. Now, this does not include a expansion of our wastewater treatment plant.
No, it's just an upgrade.
Just an upgrade. They ran the numbers using, information, how we've done over the last 20 years. So they don't project that we would get close to the 500,000 gallon mark or more in the next 20 years. So, pretty happy with the engineering firm. I think they, had the best interest of the town.
Who were the engineers on the project?
Oh my gosh, I knew you were gonna ask me that. I'll have to get back to you.
That's fine.
They're out of
That's fine.
Lancaster.
Okay.
But, good folks, so.
And April 12th, they'll be
Yes,
making the
April
presentation?
12th, They'll
Okay.
be presenting that to the mayor and council. Yep. It'll be a PowerPoint program, so if you can't make it, I can get a copy of that and send it out. to
Okay,
everybody.
great.
That's all I have. Thank you very much.
I just have one question, Steve. Up until this last week and a half, 2 weeks, we've had a pretty dry winter.
Yes.
I was just wondering what the town water supply looks like moving into warm season.
Yes, I always check that, and
I know
check-
you do, that's why
yeah,
I'm
the
asking.
information as it's presented every month. Also, I'm in constant contact with the gentleman over at the county, and right now, let's just say we're holding our own. And we can only hope for a wet spring to bring those levels up.
Yeah, because I've noticed a lot of streams are already running relatively low, given what time of year it is.
You're absolutely right.
And some ponds have even lost a little
Yeah.
water level, so,
I always said I hate snow, but we need the snow,
right.
and, so.
Because that was the first thing I thought about with that snow the other day. At least it'll
Yep.
melt, it won't run off. Ground was soft.
That's
That one will
correct.
melt in, but
That's correct.
it's been a dry winter.
Yep,
so
and then we did have some snow and the ground was froze, and actually the water.
Just runs
it
off.
just ran
It's like
off on
impervious
top.
surface.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So, very good. I'll
Thank
get you the name of that engineering.
Yeah, that's
Yep,
fine, Steve.
very
Thank
good.
you.
All right, so Wagner's not here, is he?
Well, we got council report.
So,
Yeah, we have
Larry,
council
we have
report.
council report.
oh,
I have
Council,
I
I'm
have
sorry
I have a
about
quick
that.
question before we move on to the council
Yeah.
report with Chris. Talk about the MML conference. Refresh my memory if anybody remembers, and that is, the cost is covered for planning and zoning, just like mayor and council. Okay,
Yes.
just want to make sure.
Yes.
Correct.
I see Price is not here. I was at the county today.
I have a report from him after the
Okay,
council
to
report.
get into that county court, into that county building today is not easy. Have you been over there lately?
I've been, yeah.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah, I'm on a committee at the county, and they issued us tags, so it's pretty
Okay.
easy for us to go in. But I've been there when the general public has come in, it's pretty tough.
yeah. It's a different scenario. Okay, we don't have the,
Well,
members.
Chris needs to make the
I'll do
council
the
report.
council report.
Council, you skipped one.
Yeah, Gail's not the council member anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Chris is the council member.
Oh, Chris is. That's right. I've been used to him so
I
much.
don't blame you. I know.
Sorry about that.
It's all good. Not a lot to report, a lot of just typical council business. However, we did have North Carroll football did come to the meeting last week and talked about some changes they're making to the football field here at Christmas Tree Park, shifting the field to accommodate a separation from the home and visitor after some issues we had last year. So they're going to make those changes right after the baseball season ends, and that was it.
Are they going to get a slow start
As far as the
for the baseball season?
No, I think the baseball season's going to be fine. I think it's going to wait until after the baseball season.
After?
Yeah,
Okay.
after the baseball
Okay, I
season.
understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we gotta skip Price. He's not here.
No, I got Price's report.
You can cover Price?
Yes, he sent us in a couple things. He wanted to tell us the comprehensive rezoning in December. The residential zoning districts were all adopted, and they are still working on the agricultural and conservation districts. The 2021 spring amendment to the water sewer master plan has been fully MDE approved and is on their website. The 2021 fall amendment to the water and sewer master plan was adopted by the county commissioners in December and approved by MDE in February, but the maps are not out yet. And then he wanted to remind us we have up to doing the triannual water sewer master plan. It's like, we
Seems
just
like
come-
we're always working on that.
We're always working on it.
Yeah.
It's like a moving target, yeah.
Uh-huh. And planning is compiling the information for the 2021 annual report, which was due to Maryland by July 1st. We already did our portion of it, and then they will put it all together and submit it to MDP. And that's all you gave me.
Thank you, Michelle. Good cover. How about this solar project, eh?
Okay, I'll start you out with that. I wanted to get together to discuss some of this solar project because we have, we've looked at the plans, and between Steve, myself, Rodney, we had a couple questions and wanted to know if you had come up with the same things.
You know my position, I can't comment on
Yes.
this one.
Yes, you're recused. But we saw, let me see, we got our letter here. One of the things on there was the fence. I know that when planning and zoning had talked about what kind of fence they wanted around the place, and we discussed the height and the type, and their fence was not all there. They do some of it in chain link, the black chain link, and then they go to what they call agricultural fence. I have no idea what that is, but it is not, 80% of it is this agricultural fencing around it.
If I remember back on the plans, I believe they used, for another term, like 4x4s for the fence post. And then the agricultural fence was little rectangles, not chicken wire, but similar to that. And we had concerns over that because some of the other fence is chain link, you know. And
Why change? Why the difference? Just cost? I mean,
I would
I'm sure it's cost, because the other one, it's posts and wire.
Yes.
I don't know how that
Yeah.
goes
That's
with
what it is.
security purposes either, but you can see here where this is all chain here, and then
Right.
we go to this X stuff, which is all what they call agricultural.
Do they have a detail on the,
Say they'd like a
I can't
picture.
comment. Sorry.
They,
stand with it.
yes, they do, yeah.
Yeah, they have a detailed plan. So that's one of the concerns and questions I wanted to put in a letter back to them, that we need some more explanation on that. And we don't show the easement across Lamont's property for the water main that we're looping on streets, so we need that. What else was there, Steve? Let's see. Oh, the question too with the parcel up closest to the houses, to the lady that's, up here, back behind Lamont's property. This fence goes like all the way up, and then there's supposed to be these big trees planted in there. So we felt that the trees were probably gonna be right into the fencing.
Yeah, we were.
And growing over her property line.
That is correct. We're kind of looking out, 10, 15 years once those trees mature. And we've seen it before on other cases where the trees and landscaping gets mixed into the chain link or the fence, and it just creates havoc for the neighbors, and that's, we were concerned about that for the existing homes that are there, so.
We are gonna require a public works agreement with them, just for the infrastructure on Grafton Street, due to all the traffic that's gonna go in and out of there. And we are going to, let's see, the landscaping that they did do, we had said, in our ordinance, I believe it says double the landscaping and double the setbacks, but the landscaping is only on one side of the whole project. There is no landscaping along anything that would face Beaver Street or Monroe. There's nothing there.
Right.
What else? We also said in our BZA hearing, which is part of the setbacks too, part of the regulations, is that they have to have a plan for financial surety for when they decommission the system. And so we didn't see anything of that nature come across yet either. We haven't seen a glare study, but will that be done prior to installation?
Should be.
Okay. So there was quite a few things that we did. If you picked up anything in addition to what we all have picked up, I will add it to our list to them. But that's what I wanted to discuss with everybody.
Have you seen that solar farm down by Babylon Vault on New Winter?
I haven't been over that way, no.
It's a good model. It might be worth looking
Oh,
into that.
by where?
Babylon Vault,
Babylon Vault, near New Windsor.
heading toward New
It's on
Windsor.
the north side of the road. It's a big farm. It might be interesting to check that out.
Very good.
So that's really all I wanted, is just some feedback, because I had sent the email out with some of the concerns that we discussed and laid it all out for everybody, but I wasn't sure if you had any additional, or you didn't agree, or,
Might want to send Bob an email, just to make sure that he
yeah.
had an opportunity to comment.
Well, I sent an email to all of you in February
You
with,
did.
with some of the things that we had. And I will just go ahead and send that again tomorrow, just to finalize before I send. Because Maverick One had called me today and wanted to know if they should be here, and I really didn't feel it was gonna be like a question-answer session, and we just haven't gotten to that point yet.
We asked them for a public works agreement the last time they were here, didn't we?
Here's,
We did.
Yes, it was, those were the things that were required from the concept discussion, yes. Yep. And one of them was the fence also, to do that black vinyl coating. And they kept talking, we talked about security around it, and I just don't think that the other style, unless they can, it's gonna be secure.
The other style, you mean the agricultural fence?
Yeah. So if you don't really have anything else, we can have the fastest meeting ever.
okay. Any public comment we have? Any public comment out there at all?
Is anybody here to comment on that? No input?
I think they're just listening.
I commented a couple months ago and it don't matter, so.
You have,
More or less wondering when we're gonna do it, if they're gonna do it, and how far away from our property they're gonna put it. Basically.
I can show you that after the meeting.
What we could do is get you, Michelle can show you after the meeting, or we could get you a copy of the plans.
Okay.
That would-
Okay. All right, so we have no comment, Larry.
I have one comment. The
Well-
company we use is CDM Smith
Okay.
out of Lancaster.
And this is their specialty sewage? Sewage
I
treatment.
think they were the lead engineer and designer on the Town upgrade.
Oh, okay. Well, it's always good when you get a contractor that you're happy with, because that's not always the case.
I'm hoping, once we get to the point of design, I hope they get the design contract too. So chances are they probably will,
Yeah.
but yeah, very, very good to work with.
Good.
Very good.
Just a comment, I noticed that number 1 north building is empty again. What's going
No,
on?
Mr. Bolton has bought that.
Oh, he has?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
He's doing some work on the inside.
I keep wondering what's going on. Okay, thank
Yep.
you. Well, anything else?
Nope, we can go ahead. I got my action item. I'll be talking to you guys tomorrow.
Yep. I'll make a motion that the meeting be adjourned.
I'll second the motion.
Everybody say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We adjourn at 7:23.
Perfect.
Thank you much.
So when did